Good afternoon, everybody. Rocky the Dog Show. We're going to go over some Tom Aspinall's highlights and some of the mistakes he's made
UFC fight
early.
of Tom Aspinall's
See
career.
how his left hand is down.
Oh, connected! Wow! Right as I say that, this could be the end.
Together.
Look at this!
Trouble here.
Look at the hand speed.
Arlovsky's going
The
in.
other guys should look to clinch right now.
This could be it.
Aspinall trying to put it all together. Body shots.
He's out. He's fighting
Head
on
position
muscle.
here. And arm position.
I asked Tom about his grappling the other day. I said, you know, if it hits the ground, how is that? And he said, what? I said, no, you're grappling. He said, what's grappling? And there it is. Look at that. It's over.
Let's goes right under the chin. A tap quickly for Arlovsky. Tom Aspinall. Submission victory in round 2. Once he started to end it, it was over quickly.
I mean, that's a great way to mix things up.
I mean, Arlovsky was over 40 years old, so that's not really an impressive win, but Arlovsky was still kind of dangerous.
I don't think Andre was expecting that beautiful blast double. Andre turned to try and get back to his feet. In doing so, gave up his back. Once he had that locked in, it was over.
Well, they do not come much more highly touted than this man. Enter 13th ranked heavyweight.
See how his left hand is down? I don't like that. I think his left hand needs to be up by his cheek because he's going to fight somebody eventually who's going to dial in on this left hand being low and catch him.
Tom Aspinall, 100% finishing rate in his 10 professional wins. He is off to a perfect 3-0 start in the UFC. And Mike, a lot of people think we might be looking at a future UFC heavyweight champion.
I'm telling you right now, we're looking at a potential champion, 100%. He's a complete package. But he was teaching jiu-jitsu privates back then when he was just a kid. You know, so he's got very fast hands.
Good elbow. He finished him with an elbow. So Tom's already got a submission and an elbow to win the fight. So he's won 2 different ways.
Heavyweight contender.
Wow.
Told you.
Bisping, I told you he was good. I mean, to generate that power from that close is very impressive.
And when you look at his last 3 victims, the way they've all sort of crumbled under his pressure, unbelievable result.
So there is Manchester's Tom Aspinall, his first main event, his first time in front of the UFC fans. Tonight, he has the potential to change his life forever.
Tom wasting absolutely no time.
Never does he, Michael?
Nah, he's a fast guy, fast starter. Not so much a fast talker, though, unless his fists do that. And there it is! 1, 2, 3.
At least that's what it looked like.
Oh, wow. Unbelievable head move.
Very good head movement by Tom Aspinall. He's got it all.
By Aspinall.
That's how you do it. You slip the shot, you use their forward momentum against you. You drive through. I mean, the guy is so technically good. He's listening to his corner, looking up, waiting for instruction. As I said, he's so calm and composed. And now this is trouble.
Straight arm lock attempt here from Aspinall. He's done it!
And finished another one with an arm lock. I mean, he's got it all. Tom Aspinall has it all.
What a moment for Tom Aspinall!
I don't see him losing anytime soon. And John Jones made a good decision by not fighting him. He would have got his ass knocked out.
That is the biggest win of his career. And he is loving every second of it.
You can't write it any better than that. That is just pure mixed martial arts at its best right there. From a huge man weighing 253 pounds, that's impressive, Tom Aspinall.
At the top of the heavyweight picture is electric right now. A lot of fun matchups. The return of Tom Aspinall against that man on a hot streak, Marcin Tybura.
One thing we know about Tom Aspinall, he's very quick for a heavyweight.
He blocked that kick, which is good. But he needs to use his jab. He's not jabbing. Tom's got his left hand down. See how his left hand is down? I don't like that left hand down.
And Tom's so worried about the hands now. If he wanted to level change, drive through with the double leg, it's right there.
Eventually somebody's going to catch him. That was a very good 1-2 by Tom Aspinall. I mean, I'm sorry. If a guy gets knocked out that early in a fight, He's either two things, overmatched or unprepared. I mean, sometimes it happens, but it's very rare. These guys are overmatched, is what's happening. Tom is just too good for him.
He blew right through him.
Unbelievable. I didn't expect it to be like that.
I'm telling you, John Jones, keep an eye on this man because
There's a right elbow, semi-left hook, with a straight
So
right
the
hand.
moment has arrived for Thomas Paul Aspinall. First UFC championship opportunity. Joey said, I got to be in it to win it. I'm certainly not going to win the UFC interim heavyweight championship sitting on my couch back in England.
That's not what you used to see.
See, Tom could be hit. See that? See how Tom's hand is down and he's jerking back? That's not good. That's not a good way to get out of punches. But he still avoided a punch by jerking back. Good hit.
Yeah, Tom took a dose.
Good jab by
Aspinall's
Tom.
father, Andy, in his corner. He's been at essentially every training session since Tom was 8 years old.
Those leg kicks.
He said he learned the most by fighting, by working up at the Tyson Fury camp. Tom, Tyson Fury, Peter Fury.
Paid dividends.
That was sensational.
Oh, he's the real deal.
Tom Aspinall is the real deal. My goodness. Tom Aspinall, interim heavyweight champion, and this is how it went down. Boom! Right to the temple. Oh! The speed of Aspinall on display. Here's the first one in slow motion.
Bink, bink.
Boom! On the temple.
Oh, Sergey's gone already, though.
He's gone already. Tom Aspinall, man, nobody in the heavyweight division is as fast as that cat.
Andy Aspinall, your boy, has done it. Just the third UFC champion from the United Kingdom.
Here's how a doctor treats
Tom Aspinall's rise in the UFC is nothing short of amazing.
That motherfucker is dangerous.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Yeah. Imagine starting off a bit hesitant to join the big league and then zooming up to become a top dog in the heavyweight division.
Tom Aspinall is a contender. He is nothing to be playing with.
I've been involved in martial arts, mate, since I was 8 years old. I'm 30.
He's not just throwing punches, he's dodging setbacks, nailing comebacks, and showing us what grit really looks like.
I think because a lot of my fights have been quick, people think I just train for like 1 minute fights. But I can actually do 3 rounds, believe it or not.
He's not your average fighter. He's a standout example in MMA. A guy who shows us that chasing your dreams, no matter how tough, is always worth it.
You have to believe stuff like I can beat John Jones. Otherwise, what's the point in doing this sport?
This is the story of Tom Aspinall. Tom Aspinall's journey started in Wigan, England back in 1993. His dad, Andy, had a stable job in IT. However, he had always been into martial arts and was a former fighter himself. Eventually, the call of his true passion became...
He came into some kind of money, his father, which let him coach full-time. I don't know how he got the money, a settlement or whatever it was, but that enabled him to start teaching grappling full-time.
Too strong to ignore. Making a decisive career shift, Andy chose to leave his IT job to pursue his passion for martial arts, committing himself to teach Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu on a full-time basis. Out Aspinall faced former UFC heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovski.
I tell you what, guys, Andrei Arlovski is an uncrowned heavyweight champ. I want to say he's a 2-time heavyweight champ.
Arlovski wasn't just another opponent for Aspinall. He was a key figure in his love for MMA.
My dad has been, you know, coaching down at the gym for a long, long time. So we went to the weigh-ins in Manchester, and I must have been at this time 14 years old or something like that. I don't even think I was doing MMA training at the time. I think I'd done a bit of jiu-jitsu, done a bit of boxing and stuff like that. We got there, it was absolutely packed. We were sat up in the nosebleeds, and Andrei Arlovski walked on the scales, and he was wearing some cream, I don't know what you guys would call it. We would call it joggers, maybe like
sweatpants.
Like sweatpants.
Yeah,
sweatpants, yeah.
Yeah.
And he had the no t-shirt on, and he had the big cross around his neck, and he was ripped, and he was big, and he had the fangs in, I think, and he had the long hair as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember he put his arm up when he stepped on the scales, and the crowd went absolutely insane. And that was the moment I thought, I've got to do this stuff, man. Like, I want to be that guy.
In a display of strategic diversity, he secured a win via submission, proving he's not just a knockout artist.
He doesn't.
Arlovski would have never got caught with that double leg takedown early in his career. He's 42 years old when he fought Tom.
Intimidate me.
Lifts this leg here to kick. Go ahead. Before it even goes down, he's already driving through. You guys see that? Before that leg even goes down, in other words, he's committing. Andrei Arlovski did the wrong thing of allowing this dude to kind of get on top of him this way, and then his back should have been against.
Although Volkov recovered to half guard, Aspinall inflicted damage with short elbows. When Volkov attempted to wall walk, Aspinall struck him with a powerful knee. Once standing, Volkov hit a few strikes despite being against the fence. But Aspinall countered with rapid jabs and forceful low kicks, followed by another successful double leg takedown.
Volkov was starting to land some shots, and then he took him down. He knew. And
his timing on his takedowns and his entrances is just fucking phenomenal.
Is he a wrestler or a boxer?
He secured a Kimura, transitioning to a straight armbar as Volkov resisted, leading to a decisive tap out.
What does it tell you with a guy like Tom Aspinall? And he's got a bag of tricks. He really does have a bag of tricks. And you don't know what is that he's going to pull out next.
And with this,
we were both going for it like right from the bell, but we missed each other like a few times each, and then I just landed a leg kick, and as I went to step on it, I didn't even realise it didn't hurt when I landed it, and then as I went to step on it, like my leg wouldn't straighten out, to step. It was just locked like that, like bent. I don't like to talk about it too much because it's like people say like, well, why did you fight with a bad knee? But that bad knee has been bad for years. Mate, I've had that since before I was in the UFC.
Yeah.
And it just so happened, for whatever reason, that night, I kicked him and my knee just locked up completely. I kicked him, my knee locked, and I just couldn't move it. Something snapped in there, and then that was it. So
the match ended abruptly as the referee quickly called off the fight at the 15-second mark of the first round, resulting in Blades achieving a TKO victory.
What's just happened? What's even just happened? We didn't know what was going on.
This outcome marked Aspinall's first defeat since 2016. Blades, caught in a mix of surprise and uncertainty,
He didn't really lose. He got injured, which cost him to lose the fight. But he didn't lose to Curtis Blades. He came back and beat Curtis Blades.
hesitated to celebrate his unexpected victory.
I think it was a bit more complicated than they thought, because it took like twice as long.
After a few weeks of anticipation and concern, Aspinall underwent a critical surgery. The operation revealed the full extent of his injuries: a torn MCL, a damaged meniscus, and ACL damage.
Being injured in general, it's not a good spot to be in. It's quite depressing. It hurts.
Procrastination is not a problem. Instead,
knee was all swollen up. To be injured as a professional athlete is something that I'm obsessed with training. I love training, train twice a day, regardless if I've got a fight or not. Being unable to do that and not knowing when I'm going to be able to
train and fight again. It's difficult, mate, mentally. And for it to happen in front of, like, literally millions of people on a massive fight, like that was the biggest fight in my career at the time. A massive fight in front of the O2 Arena, home fans and everything. Mate, it was some of the most depressing times of my life. Yeah. I'm not even just going to say career. No. It was some of the most depressing times in my life. But the madness of a fight build up and everything, and obviously you think you're going to be coming off a big win and that, don't you? And I always think, oh, I'll have a nice bonus, I'll be able to chill for the rest of the summer. I'm going to be on holiday for 3 weeks with the family and all that, and it just didn't work out like that. So I'm smashing the rehab, I'm smashing the everything. Like, my focus has been 100% and getting better, and like I said before,
I mean, this guy diets, trains twice a day, spars, does jiu-jitsu, does wrestling, does judo, does boxing. I mean, he's just amazing. Plus, on top of all the cold water, with the ice in it, he sinks his body in there, and all the recovery stuff he has to do, sleep and eat correctly, and he really eats correctly. He lives, breathes, and dreams MMA.
Or like, when I come back, I'm not like, before I was like, it wasn't like I was using it for an excuse, but there's a lot of stuff that I couldn't do, and I was always like, I've got to be careful with it. There's none of that anymore, mate. It's like, I'm coming back when I'm ready, and I'm going to go and win the title now, and that's it. I'm going to win the title. There's no two ways about it. That's what I'm doing.
His injury put a sudden brake on his rapid ascent, leading to speculation about his ability to return to form.
Someone really high up who's never called me before, and I could hear my phone vibrating at the side of me, like this. And I was like, that's weird, someone ringing me at that time. So I picked it up, and as I picked it up, I seen the person's name, and then it went off. Like it stopped ringing. I thought, right, I'm just going to go back to sleep. It's like 6 a.m, I've got a few hours. And then obviously my mind just starts going. And as soon as my mind started going, I was like, someone's pulling out of New York here. I just knew it straight away. So I rung him back and he said, listen, I'm not going to tell you what's happened because it's not for sure yet. I'm going to let you know in the next 24 hours. And I was supposed to be going on holiday the next day. So I said, listen, you're going to have to let me know because I'm going on holiday. I'm going away tomorrow. Anyway, he rung me back at 4 a.m. the following night, and he told me what's going on. He said, John Jones is injured. Stipe doesn't want to fight anybody else apart from John Jones, so you and Big Pavers on MSG. And I said, I'm in.
As we know, John Jones got stripped of the title, and Tom Aspinall is not only the interim champ, but also the UFC heavyweight champ, undisputed heavyweight champ. I hope you liked this video about Tom. Nobody could beat him at this point, in my opinion. No one's going to beat him. He's going to be on the top for a while, and he's going to have troubles getting fights. All right, guys, take care, and like and subscribe, follow. Thank you.